Hello, everyone, and welcome to another friendly episode of microbiology. Today, we are going to be going over our first really unusual group. This is going to be our prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and some prokaryotes. It's kind of weird. We do have Cyanobacteria in here, which are kingdom bacteria, and the rest of these are mostly protists. I would recommend you refer to your PowerPoint while we're going over these, so that you know where they are in terms of modern phylogeny. This first one we're going to take a look at is Chlamydomonas reinhardti. And we're going to start with 40 times, and we're just going to zoom in a bit here. All right. And you can see our Chlamydomonas is moving. It's nice and alive, which is excellent to see. Now let's go to 10 times. There they are. They are absolutely beautiful. Now, you notice that there are several planes here. This is because this is a wet mount. And when we have wet mounts, we have water, and water tends to create multiple planes. Let me see if I can increase our light going through the microscope a bit. There we go. Now let's zoom in a bit. Aha. Here's some of our Chlamydomonas. Let's see if we can go get us some cells to look at. There we go. Now this is 40 times, and as you can see, this group here is really what we're looking at. We're looking for, on this, the nucleus, the chloroplast, and the perinoid. Now the perinoid is going to be inside the chloroplast. There's actually several of them. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice isolated Chlamydomonas for us to observe. Here's one. Let's see if we can get this guy nicely under oil immersion. Maybe we'll have a better look. As you can see, some of the cells there, we're going to let them settle. There's a dead one. Now, we're going to let these guys settle for a bit. Okay, clearly they're not settling. This happens with some of these organisms. Now, the perinoid, if you look at your, here we go. Perinoid, here we go. Here's some slow guys. Here's a nice Chlamydomonas. Nice little circle. Here's another one right up there. Now, using either your video, if you stop at the right point, maybe you can find one here, or when you look at the pictures that are provided, see if you can identify the nucleus, the perinoid, and the chloroplasts. The next one we're going to take a look at is Oergonium. Now, this is Oergonium flavellatum. And really the big thing that we're trying to look for here are the antheridia cells. And here's some Oergonium chains. Very nice, very nice. So many Oergonium chains. As you can see, Oergonium is kind of stringy, and it can get to this where it's... We're actually going to zoom in here because I think I found an antheridia. Or maybe it was just a clump of cells. Let's take a look and see if we have any here. Now, this is 10x, and if you take a look, it's actually really easy to see this at this power, unlike some of the other cells we've been looking at, which are significantly smaller. Let's peek around here. See what we can get. Not seeing any antheridia. Seeing a fair number of spores. Yeah, that's unfortunate that I'm not getting any really good Antheridia. That right there. That right there is the beginning of an Antheridia. Yeah. This right here is the beginning of one. It's not really one, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Now, the next one we're going to take a look at is Chlorella I always have a hard time with this one. Pyrenoidosia. Pyrenoidosia. It's off the pyrenoid is the base of the species name. And once again, we're going to look at our Leica system. We're going to go to our acquire. And typically, Chlorella is a rather fast-moving alga. And it doesn't look like this culture is that fast, which is good to see, since normally it's a pain to get any Chlorella. Now we're looking for oval shapes, look like little beans. And there we go. Yeah, there's a few of them moving. We're going to go in a bit more. This is now 40 times. And this is right here, actually. Oh, you can see the flagella. This right here is really what I want to look at. This cell right there. That is your typical Chlorella with an oval shape, but with the flagella. So let's see if I can find a... Whoop, there's one moving right there. Aha, go, little guy. Now let's take a look at this one's movement. And you can see how rather quickly they can move. And here's another one right over here. I think one of these we're going to take a look at. That's more like a Euglena. A Euglena has this really strong turn to it, where a Chlorella, depending on how you look at it, can be circular to oval, to, like an oval. We're going to focus on this group here, and we're going to see if we can get that guy, zoom in, and take a look at their flagella. So we can get a good look at the flagella. Let's see what we have. Zooming in, it's always going to be difficult with algae, since we're doing a wet mount and our algae are not adhered to the slide. Yeah, we're not getting anything really good. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we can see this dead cell over here. And it is a dead cell. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we don't see the remnants of a flagella on this one. I mean, that might be a little bit of remnant of a flagella, but that is most certainly a dead cell. Oh, there's another dead one. Here's a group here. Mostly dead cells. I don't see anything with a flagella on it. That's unfortunate. Even the big one here, which the big one's actually still alive. You can see movement inside the cell. That's actually really cool to look at. You can see inside the organelles working right here and right in there. But I don't see a flagella. I was hoping to show a flagella. Right there might be a flagella. Actually, yes, that is a flagella. If we take a look, there's the Oh, that's so cool. Here we go. Take a look right here. Chinucleolus. This here, this sort of half-moon shape, that's your chloroplast. There's several chloroplasts in the cell. And inside the chloroplast are pyrenoids. We are going to take a photo of this because this is absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Now we're going to take a look at Olathrix. Now, Olathrix is another chained alga. And we're going to see if we can see some of the chains. As we zoom in. Interesting, it's moving. That's surprising. Ah, here are some of the chains. Beautiful. Let's zoom in here. Actually, this is very good. It's like most of the cells have moved into their next stage of life. We can look at some of these chains here. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Here's one. This is at 40 times. You can see right here that this is one of the cells with chloroplasts inside of it. We're also going to take a picture of that. And we are back. This time we are going to take a look at some Osculatoria. Again, a little filamentous alga. Let's zoom in a bit here. See what we have. You see there are some moving cells, which is nice to see. And there we go. This really is what we're looking for right there. Beautiful. And this is on 40 times. We're just going to snap a photo here. Hope that it comes out properly. And yeah. Let's take a look if we can look at the ends of the Osculatoria. Now, Osculatoria itself is not an alga. It is a cyanobacteria, just like Nostalk was. It reproduces by fragmentation, and here's really what I want to take a look at the ends. I'm not going to try to do oil immersion with this. The large cells, I mean, I could see more, but I don't think that I'm going to have very much success. I'll probably try to do it off camera and see what I get. Now our next one is going to be Nostalk, and this is not a alga. This is indeed a cyanobacteria. Specifically, it's a cyanobacteria that it has a filamentous look to it and is encased in a gelatinous sheath. Now, cyanobacteria really means blue-green algae. It's often mistaken for an alga, but it is not. It is, in fact, a bacteria. And the biggest thing you should need to know about some of these cyanobacterias is that they are poisonous. Well, toxic. There are things known as cyanotoxins. Cyanotoxins are a mix of hepatotoxins, neurotoxins, some rather nasty things. And the ones we're looking at today are a filamentous. So these are the filaments right here. And this is on 10 times. We're going to go up to 40 times. And you can see right here, this is one of the filamentous sheaths. And we're going to see if we can take a look at individual cells under oil immersion. Now, it's always difficult to do oil immersion microscopy with algae because they move. Let's see on this guy here. I lost that guy. It's like our camera's having a bit of problems as well. It's the camera on the microscope. Here we go. Here's a nice image. You can see individual cells as well as the gelatin sheath around it. We're going to take a picture of that. That's a good picture.